best lower back stretching routine that will get you feeling better in under 5 minutes. Alright guys, let's jump right into this voiceover where I'm going to explain what the heck we're doing and why. So we're going to start with a knee to chest. This is a hip stretch. You keep the knee bent. It's a preliminary for the hamstring stretch that we're going to move into. Grab behind the knee, pull it in. You can pull it as far up as you can, then bend and extend the knee. That's a great way to do it. Or you can do it the standard way where you just reach as far as you can on your leg and you pull it in. Now, if you're not mutant flexible like I am, then just grab a towel, a yoga strap, or a jump rope like I'm about to show and stretch out that hamstring by wrapping it around your heel. All these stretches, by the way, guys, we want to hold it for 30 seconds, breathing deep. I cannot emphasize that enough. Breathe deep into your tummy. And then also do a pressure on, pressure off flossing technique that I'll explain in a second. So we want to stretch out all the hip muscles because they attach to the pelvis, and we want to have balance in the pelvis. That's going to help with your lower back pain. That's why we're stretching out the hips. So go ahead and try this one too. This is double knee to chest. This is going to feel so good on that lower back. Really good on that pelvis, that sacrum. You want the sacrum, which is your tailbone, not to be rotated in one direction. You want it to feel like it's balanced. And so when you're doing these stretches, you're going to feel like it might be tighter on one side. Do a little bit more on that side. So this is happy baby. If it's too hard to grab your toes, just grab onto your calves or behind your thighs and really pull those thighs in. Now this is the frog pose, getting a little bit into the adductors, hugging the knees again. Guys, this is only for those who want to stretch out those erectors. This isn't for everybody. This is definitely not for the people who have herniated discs. Please do not do this if you had herniated discs or any kind of back injury. Otherwise, that really does give a great stretch to those erectors. And remember, this is just demonstrating. You really want to hold these for at least 30 seconds, breathing deep. Now, this is great for the glutes. Really common way to do this. You want to loosen up the glutes because, again, it's all about creating symmetry in the pelvis. All those muscles that attach to the hip affect the back because the back attaches to the pelvis. So we're mobilizing the core. We're mobilizing the pelvis. Another way to do it, you just grab a towel, wrap it around, pull that in, releasing that piriformis, all those external rotators. It's going to be great for preventing that sciatica. Alright, so now we're stretching out the hip flexors. This is so important that you keep good technique. You have to keep that chest upright. No bending that chest forward. That takes away the whole stretch. You have to keep your whole torso upright and just think about the back leg going behind you. Now, you have to try this for lower back pain because you have a muscle called the psoas that is a hip flexor, which is what we're stretching, that attaches to the lower lumbar vertebrae. And I say 30 to 50% of back pain is from this psoas muscle being tight. And nobody stretches like this. It's so rare. So once you're in that extended position, you can rotate left and right. You can do some lateral flexion, some side bending. You just want to look around, feel where it's tight, and you will feel this on your back. I'm telling you. Sitting makes this muscle tight because the knee is in flexion. You have to put it behind you instead of up towards your chest. So definitely try that one. That one will really help your back pain. Now looking at this one is actually called a bretzel, and it's a little bit tricky to get into it, but you basically just put that knee parallel to your torso and you just twist. So take a look at my right knee. It's pointing to the left. I keep my left elbow down. My right arm is pushing into the ground. I'm looking to the right. I'm going to show again how to get into it. You just bring that right leg across, make a perpendicular angle, and you can't see it, but my right hand was pushing into the ground right there. I'm going to show it on the other side. Here's another way to get into it. You just get that right knee at a parallel or a perpendicular angle, and then you twist, and the top knee too, you get it at a right angle, 90 degrees, guys. Here's another way to get into it. Just get both of those knees perpendicular, 90 degrees. You're looking the other way of the knee that's raised up, and you're rotating. This is for the quadratus lumborum. This is an amazing stretch. This is another muscle that really is rare to stretch, and that will really crank on it like nothing else. Feels amazing. You'll probably get a lot of back pops. Now here's some other spinal rotation stretches that are more common. You see this a lot in yoga. The first one, your feet are on the ground. That's the easiest version. Second version, you raise the knees to the chest and you rotate. I call these windmills. That'll get you a little bit more of a stretch. And hugging those knees in between is really going to help that lower back really feel great. And then a spinal twist where you keep the other leg extended, and definitely rotate your neck when you do this. You're going to feel a big difference if you rotate the neck and look away. Here's another way that people like to do it. They staple down with the hips and then they move the upper torso. Great for getting some thoracic spine, upper back mobility. It's a great one for tennis players and golfers. And then when you're in that position, go ahead and raise the other arm up. Get some rotation with both of the arms, open and close that windmill, and put it overhead. You want to stretch those lats too. We need lateral mobility for the back. All right, what's next? You go onto your stomach, and this is going to be a really great stretch for those hip flexors again. Start with some windmills. This is the easy version. Getting some rotation motion in the back. Back is going to love this. And then we're going to move into a scorpion move, which this is actually very functional. When we're learning how to crawl and roll, this is a very functional movement. You have to be able to roll. And this is one of the ways that you would roll if you actually, when you're developing as a baby, you have to learn to roll. It's the most basic fundamental pattern that we use, but people lose it because we are too sedentary. So go ahead and try that scorpion. This is a really nice one. Flexes that back, child's pose. A lot of yogis love this one. Stretches out that shoulder girdle too. A little bit more advanced right here. Push it down to a down dog. And that stretches out those lats. Lats connect all the way on all those vertebrae in the spine. And this is one that's really underestimated. Doing cobra extensions. Now, this is the easier version. You just hold like a sphinx position. Literally hold that for 30 seconds to a minute, multiple times a day. Then you move into these extension push-ups. Guys, do this if you have herniated discs. Do this if you sit a lot. Do this if your back just feels general tightness. We have a forward flex society. We have to extend back. Hold that position for 30 seconds. Do this throughout the day. This is probably one of the most important ones. This is going to save your discs, stretch out your muscles. It's so important to get extension in that spine. I cannot emphasize that enough. And here's what we're going to finish with. Holding a squat position. Everybody in the East does this. They don't really have chairs. This is great for your sacrum, your pelvis, your hips. This is just a shotgun method. If you can't hold a squat, then just grab onto a pole like I'm showing here and literally hold this for a minute. Rack up a minute. I don't care if you can only go this deep. I don't care if your upper back is rounding. Grab onto something and mobilize those hips. This is going to mobilize your back, your hips, your ankles, your feet. Make sure that your feet aren't caving in. Make sure that your knees aren't caving in. What I was doing there is I'm making sure that I'm balanced. Let go of the pole. See if you can hold it by yourself. Rotate your body a little bit. Rotate the neck. Try and make it as functional as possible. You can lean left and right. You can bounce up and down a little bit. You will feel this in the lower back fascia that connects to the pelvis. Again, even if you're like that, hold it. This is a great stretch. And that is the video, guys. I recommend doing this every single day or at least before your workouts. Whenever your back hurts, go ahead and do these stretches. It'll feel amazing. Let me know how it works. Go ahead and like and subscribe for more videos on how to heal naturally, how to be fit and healthy, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.